Present here, respected VC Sir, Dr. SP Singh, Dean Ma'am, our esteemed guests, faculties, students, and everyone. Myself, Dheeraj Jain,
And myself, Sainika Vishwas.
and we both welcome you to the celebration of National Science Day 2024.
Indigenous technologies are a cornerstone of India's rich cultural heritage and traditional knowledge system. In the content of Viksit Bharat, the preservation and advancement of indigenous technologies play a crucial role in advancement of indigenous technology, healthcare, handicrafts, water management, and many more. Embracing and integrating indigenous technologies into the fabric of Viksit Bharat represent a pathway towards harnessing the wisdom of the past for the advancement of a strong and progressive future. Now, without further delay, I would like to call Dr. Kamal Devnath to give a welcome address to the gathering.
Every year, National Science Day is observed to raise awareness about the importance of science in our lives and also acknowledge the efforts of the scientists who work in exploring more ways by which science can be implemented to make our lives simpler and easier. The theme for this year's National Science Day is Indigenous Technologies for Viksit Bharat. Some of the major highlights of this theme are, this theme marks the new era of opportunity for the people and scientific fraternity for both internationally and domestically for collaborating and working together towards contributing to the humanity and well-being of India as a whole, and reflect the strategy-based focus towards promotion awareness between the public and appreciation regarding indigenous of science and technology and innovation. The theme emphasizes the significance of making India Atmanirbhar. This theme assists the public to enhance their practical science-based and technologies-based thinking. So I believe that with the proper understanding of this theme, people started to adopt technology properly and stop the misuse the technology. So thank you, all of you. Once again, I welcome you all to this National Day celebration. So thank you all of you.
So in STEM education, it has been found that the total number of people migrating to the United States of America, total number of people, total number from all over the world, the total number of people migrating to the United States of America, 50% of are Indians. I'm not talking about students. Student community is around 30% Indians. The total migration of America in a year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, the 50% migrants are from India, though we say that migration is coming from this country, that country, and we show on the CNN news and X number of news, I'm talking about the legal migrants. So legal migrants, 50% are Indians. And out of those 50%, this is something very important for National Science Day. Out of those 50% Indians who are migrating to the United States of America, 70% of them are for science and STEM education, either for studying science or doing some job which is related to science or technology, and they are. So therefore, India and China and Korea, and a little bit Japan now, they are the three most important nations, and other few more nations who still maintain the temperament of science STEM education. The rest of the countries gradually have gone very, very down in STEM education, and United States of America 30 years back have deliberately started this program in STEM and other things because students in those countries were not taking science as a future discipline. Science has gone very badly down in America, and therefore we Indians are going and running the science of America. So this is something, but then I will not say that science is supreme or humanities is supreme, because in National Science Day, I should not unnecessarily push the button of the science. The science is very important, but if it is having a human face. I am repeating the word, science is very, very important if it is having a human face. Science without humanity, science without social development, science without thinking social upliftment of the people, science which is for making money and destroying the nature and not finally benefiting the society, not only in terms of their medical or maybe scientific things, but making their life simple and better. If science is not going to be that useful, then science has no meaning. And therefore it has been found by many nations that science has created our life very luxurious, very comfortable, everything very easily available. At the same time, it has taken peace of our mind. So the peace of our mind, if it is going with science, science has no value. Science should be with peace. Science should be with development of the society by and large. Science should be inclusive. That is what I am talking about. What do you mean by science should be inclusive? That science should be such that it helps in creating an inclusive environment to give its benefit to all the strata of the society. The poorest of the poor and the richest of the rich all equally should get the fruits of science. And that is where humanities is playing major role. And therefore, I would urge upon all of you that with whatever science, I think most of us are from science, equally me, but then I migrated to humanities, I migrated to management, I migrated to law, and I found that if I have not read management and law, I think my scientific knowledge was incomplete. So my humble request to the people who are into science, that try to take many things and books or maybe MOOCs program, SWAYAM program on humanities and management. Then you will be able to become a good scientist, and scientific temperament which I am talking about, which we should not celebrate one day in a year, should maintain throughout the year, will be developed. So this is my humble, because I was reading Bulla Chaudhary's Madam Bharat, she also did something in management from ICFI. Sikkim, Manipal. So I know, and that management degree must have given her more scientific temperament and scientific way of doing things than science alone. So therefore, Science Day should not be celebrated that I am a sciencey, I am great. No, I am not. Sciencey with some kind of knowledge to have science been gone to the society. If it is breaking the link, I think that is missing. Two examples, because the topic is indigenous technology for Viksit Bharat. If organizers allow me 2 more minutes, 5 minutes to ho gaye. 2 more minutes. So I keep time, ma'am. So 2 more minutes, if you allow me. I am very, very big proponent of Ayurveda. All right. I have my personal examples, and I will quote 2 examples and then I leave. My first example, I was thinking what to speak. I thought let us talk something very, which I have observed with respect to indigenous technologies. One was one of the doctors in Lucknow. I remember, I'm from Lucknow. I was very young, but I remember him very well. Kahan baithte? Every time I go and see that this place he used to sit, he's no more, passed long back. Dr. Mukund Agrawal, I remember, he as a, Abhibi, there's so many doctors in Guwahati also and in India. Those doctors, they still go and check your pulse. They are allopathic doctors, but they treat you not by only finding out what problem you're facing, your symptoms and other things. Along with that, every time you go to them, there are few doctors, they check your pulse. In allopathy, the importance of pulse is there, but it is Ayurveda where pulse is everything. A good Ayurvedacharya can tell any ailment of your body without any medical intervention and test in the pathology, that what kind of ailment you're facing. Any kind of. If your stomach is having a problem, the pulse will tell. If you're having any other disease, maybe fever, pulse will tell. If you have a heart problem, pulse will tell. The best of the Ayurvedacharyas, they are known for diagnosing your illness by just observing your pulse very, very systematically. And other day somebody was telling me, if you put 3 fingers here, first finger has a different noting for the pulse, second finger has different noting for the pulse, and third finger has different noting for the pulse. The pulse is not only systolic and dystolic, what we know. Pulse has so many other connotations which normally that physicians and medical doctors don't know. So I said I am very much obsessed and I have been benefited hugely by Ayurveda. So deliberately I am telling you, but why I'm talking about Mukund Agrawal, he was an allopathic doctor, but he was a very good pulse reader. What I wanted to say now, because if I talk about Ayurveda only, things will not go. If we do only probably allopathic, probably that won't be a good thing for the long run. But if we mix and try to take best of Ayurveda and use it to cure the patient with maybe a combination of allopathic and Ayurvedic medicine, that I have seen with Dr. Agarwal. He used to read the pulse. He used to give medicines for 2-3 days of allopathic. These are 2-3 medicines that you do that will give you a temporary relief, but a long-term relief will be done by these things, not medicines, but these are the, because allopathy is known for not asking you to not to eat this, not to do this, drink more water, less water. Allopathy is just take your pill and go and sleep and you'll be all right, right? But that doctor was telling 2 things. One is to take the pill and become temporarily all right, but you continue not eating dahi or curd for 10 days, 15 days, don't take banana, don't take guava, and number of things which Ayurveda is known for, which restrict you to take those kind of tamsi or those kind, because Ayurveda has 3 things called Vayu, Pitta and Kapha. Everybody is a combination of Vayu, Pitta and Kapha, and based upon that he must have observed that he is an Kapha, he should not take dahi or maybe something else. So based upon that, he was one of the best doctors of Lucknow. And I would say he never told that he has knowledge of Ayurveda, but in his allopathic medicine practice, he used Ayurveda for maybe 30-40 years and has been treated the best. So what I probably want to tell you is that our indigenous technologies or indigenous science was being superseded by Western allopathy and other sciences. But then I have seen in my life, but they were submerged. If they could have been, say, I am working on Ayurveda and treating people, I think they hardly used to get traction at that point of time with respect to the patients. So they have done it. Second example is, you know, Chyawanprash, all of you. And Chyawanprash, I think Dabur is premier to establish Chyawanprash in India. Chyawanprash is allopathic or Ayurvedic? Allopathic or Ayurvedic? It's absolutely pure Ayurvedic. I will not say medicine, but a pure tonic, a tonic type of a eating thing, which probably give you that kind of immunity that we all have observed during the time of COVID. COVID time, all allopathy failed when everybody was going to Giloy and going to this and that. And I have my personal experience before this. I will share with you. In class 9th, I got a lot of my hair became grey, safed ho gaye. And I was young, I was all right looking guy. I felt very bad. Safed bal will definitely make a bad impression on my friends, and I will be finding it very difficult. I was a little depressed also. I don't know, depression to kabhi hua nahi, but keh de raha hu. I may be depressed at that point of time. I exactly don't know. But whatever it was, I just wanted to say, I learned yoga. That is also ancient. I learned from Dhiren Brahmachari ji from television. There was no gurus available like Ramdev now. And I learned from television yoga in class 9th in 1981. And I continued for 6 years. Started eating Dabur Chyawanprash because it has a lot of amla and that is rich source of vitamin C. And you won't believe, after 5 years, all my grey hairs became black naturally. So I have 100% faith on Ayurveda, or more than get 200% faith on Ayurveda, and I don't take allopathic medicine so far in my life. So I humbly request all of you, I may not be the right person to speak on the topic, but indigenous I am doing, but everything was sort of under cover, umbrella, shelter. We were not being able to propagate it the way it should have been done at that point of time. But now the government has given this theme on the National Science Day. I'm thinking it is very, very fortunate that we are going in that direction, which will be more sustainable direction. But I would say that we should not negate the Western science and technology and other things. We should blend it gradually and take over a combination of it and develop a new science, a combination of our traditional indigenous system and maybe the system which is already there existing in the Western world, and that will be the best for humanity. I started with that, I finished with that. Science is not for the gains and personal gains and gains for the nation. It is for the society, and scientific temperament is more important than studying science. My best wishes to all of you. Thank you so much, everyone.
Dr. Bula is there. And Rajiv, okay. And my distinguished colleagues, Vice Chancellor, and my dear student friends. So as you know, this is the 37th year, I think we are celebrating this day, 28th of February, as the National Science Day. It was for the first time in 1987, I think National Council for Science, Technology and Communication had proposed to the Government of India that we should celebrate this fundamental discovery by an Indian, Sir CV Raman. I will take just 2 minutes to tell you why do we celebrate this day. Every year for celebration we have a theme given by the government. This year's theme is that we have a lot of traditional knowledge-based technology, traditional technologies, indigenous technology. I think we should make use of these for developing India into a very great nation. That is the thing. But then technology is what? Indigenous is indigenous, local, native. Technology is nothing but application of science. Right? The science comes first, so that's why it's a part of the National Science Day. And why CV Raman's, this name is associated with this day. This is for the students. Sir CV Raman was a physicist. Before he went to England into 1916, he was known for his work in acoustics. He was studying the physics of the vibration, resonance of the traditional Indian musical instruments like the veena, tampura, and all that. But then, and he was known by in the world of science. In the world of science, when he went to England, Cambridge, those were the times, exciting times. A few years back, 1897, I think J.J. Thomson discovered the electron. A few years before, Lord Rutherford, he came up with the foundation of atomic structure, the nuclear physics, radiations and all that, right? And also, little earlier, we had seen foundational discoveries in biological sciences. Darwin came with the origin of life, all right? Then genetics, Mendel came with the foundation of inheritance of all organisms. So these were very exciting times. And CV Raman, being a very intelligent, very bright person, could not have been, aloof from these kind of influences. But the moot question was, from acoustics to optics, that had happened because of what we call as science. He was coming back in a ship from England. It took 15 days voyage. And he was wondering why the color of the sea is blue. Right? Before that, another scientist called Lord Rayleigh, very famous scientist, he said the color of the sky is blue, because of scattering of light by the particles in the atmosphere. So that was absolutely correct. But he also said that the color of the ocean water, sea water, is blue because of it's a reflection of the sky, which was fundamentally wrong. But it coming as it was from a scientist like Lord Rayleigh, everybody accepted it, but CV Raman refused. CV Raman thought, why is it blue? It cannot be because of a reflection. So he thought over it. He thought that it must be because of something, scattering of light by the water molecules and all that. And coming back to England, he was associated with the Indian Indian Association for Cultivation of Science in Calcutta. And he did some fundamental preliminary experiments with simple equipment, and he discovered it, that it is really because of the scattering of light, a different kind of scattering, by the water molecules. And it was sent to Nature, the #1 journal still now. It was then as well, and everybody appreciated it. He got the Nobel Prize in 1931. Right? And it was on this day. It was on February 28. CV Raman declared in a meeting that the color of the seawater is blue because of the scattering effect, which is known as the Raman effect. Now, what is so significant about this? There are n number of other inventions and discoveries. Why it is so important? Why it is considered so important that we celebrate it every year, last 37 years? Because Raman proved that what is required for science is a curious mind. You must be able to look at nature, think about it. Think about what? think about the questions that will come to you after observing nature. He looked at the ocean water while traveling, and a question came. The first observation came, it's blue. Then the next thing came, why is it blue? And he never left at that. He pursued it. How? Thought. He started thinking. What is fundamental to science is thinking, observing, raising questions, the right questions, and thinking, analyzing deeply, and in the process doing experiments, if necessary, right? To prove or disprove what you think the reason of that phenomenon. So he did it precisely, and with absolutely simple equipment. The most powerful equipment, instrument Raman had was his pair of eyes and his brain, his thinking mind. It is to emphasize upon the importance of your observation and your mind that we celebrate this day, nothing else. Right? The problem in today's youth, not today's youth, for many years, after CV Raman's Science Nobel Prize in 1931, nobody is getting a Nobel Prize in Science from India. Right? 3 people got it when working in abroad, but that is a different thing. The system was different. But from here, nobody is there. So the point of concern is that when we have so many people in a big nation, we don't think. We don't think scientifically. We look for equipment, we look for instrument, we say that we don't have that, and that's why we cannot do. But the fundamental thing is that we do not use what we have, and that is the most important faculty that we have, that is your mind. Right? So, my dear friends, this is the reason why we observe this, and why I mentioned about Rutherford and J.J. Thomson. Those were celebrities. They were the directors at that time. I think Thomson was the director of the Cavendish Laboratory. Anuradha ma'am is here? She's not there. So I think we visited together Cavendish Lab in Cambridge, a celebrated laboratory. And he was the director. Only Nobel laureates so far have become directors of Cavendish Lab. So, you have to, those people, Thomson and Rutherford, they appreciated CV Raman. That is something. Scientific minds appreciated scientific minds. So I think we should also think about, I think Professor Singh has given a beautiful example of how Ayurveda is a traditional thing, still valid. The only thing is that we have put it on the sideline because of the new findings, new inventions, new discoveries from the modern science. But the point is, new inventions, new discoveries do not make them obsolete. We have to subject these traditional Indian knowledge, technologies through the prism of, through the lens of the newer understanding, modern understanding of phenomena, life, right? And prove it that yes, this traditional knowledge is as scientific as any other science. That is our responsibility today, right? So I won't prolong. My apology for the delayed address. But again, as I said, it is because of miscommunication. Thank you very much. I celebrate the day, observe the day. But basically try to understand that you have a thinking, you have a machine called brain which enables you to think. So this day you should make a promise to yourself, commitment to yourself, that you will become a thinking person. Thank you.
Now I would like to call Dr. Bula Chaudhary ma'am, Senior Scientist, Guwahati Biotech Park, to come up on stage. Before that, I would like to read out a short profile of ma'am without taking much time. So ma'am has done her PhD in biotechnology from the Department of Biotech from Guwahati University. Ma'am has completed her MBA from Sikkim Manipal University, India. Ma'am has also the experience of 20 years in research and teaching. Ma'am is coordinating with the entrepreneurs for setting up biotech ventures by utilizing modern sophisticated equipments facilities of Guwahati Biotech Park as well as rich bioresource of Northeast region of India from 2011 onwards. Ma'am also provides supports on the project preparations, the scientific as well as management from a management view. Ma'am has published 11 research papers, 14 book chapters, edited articles, conference proceedings, and there are many more to say about ma'am. But I would request ma'am to come over the stage and enlighten the gathering with her knowledge.
So, you know why I say 2 times good morning? Actually, you know what happened? In Biotech Park, lots of students are visiting. In Assamese people, we don't speak a lot. And our English may not be also very good. So sometimes we feel shy. So that's why whatever we want to speak, we can't speak. My always observation and what I like to say is that whatever coming to your mind, just speak up. Good morning is a simple thing. It's a different matter. But in your studies also, whatever coming to your mind, just speak up. So that if you are doing something wrong, no, what will happen? The other people will make it correct. Right? So that is the good thing. And why I am saying? Because the students who is visiting us, no, from government schools, from colleges, from universities, they speak less, comparatively less. Whenever we are doing some demonstration of some equipments, no, less questions are coming. So more and more you will ask questions, no, that will help. Okay? Sir has started about MBA. I must tell you, I'm a PhD in biotechnology. My MSc is also biotechnology. I did teaching, I did research, and in 2011, I joined Guwahati Biotech Park. Somehow, I don't know how, somehow I have engaged in the entrepreneurship sector. I am dedicatedly, whatever I do everything dedicatedly. I love to do work. So sometimes I feel some people neglect me. Okay, because I am PhD in biotechnology, how I can manage the administration or how I can handle the entrepreneurship sector. Then I thought that, okay, let's do the MBA because I have the practical experience. I don't have only the degree. So I must have to have that degree, right? So this is a simple thing, but whatever something is coming to your mind, no, you should speak up, and whatever you feel, no, you try to make it complete. My thought was, that thought come to my mind, and some people just neglect. Degree nahi hai, to kaisa karenge? With that thought only I have completed that. I had the practical knowledge. At the time also, during 2012-13, I was working with entrepreneurs, and today also I am working with entrepreneurs. It is not that this is my job profile, but I love to do that. And accordingly, I am doing at Guwahati Biotech Park, and not only in Guwahati Biotech Park, whosoever is approaching for any kind of entrepreneurship development sector, I am working with all the incubators, I'm working with all the students, okay? So for your case also, this is my case, what I said. For your case, there may be something other thought. What that means different thought. So try to work on those and find out those points, okay? So Buragohai sir, they are like our guide from my BSc, MSc onwards. We were listening his lectures. He is a very good speaker. And even the Raman effect, whatever he explained, nobody can explain in that way. So that's a completely different, different art, that is a different skill. Every person is having different skill. You remember, every person is having different skill. It is not that I don't know these things, I don't know that things. It is not like that. Every person is unique. You need to find out where the uniqueness is there in you. Okay, so this is just an interactive session along with the students. I like to share some examples of the entrepreneur startup sector based on the theme. Theme is Indigenous Technologies for Viksit Bharat. Now, as per this government, we are asked to work in the Act Local, Go Global. That is one theme. Second theme is that Atma Vishwas, right? Atmanirbhar Bharat. Side by side, that Atmanirbhar Assam we can make. through the entrepreneurship sector, through the bioresources that we are having here, how we can utilize it in a better way. Sir also said that we may not have very good equipments, but we have the brain, right? So we can think on other way. I am going to give some examples on the related to theme. Sir already explained about the case, Raman. Singh sir has already explained, so I'm not going through it. So I like to speak about the entrepreneurship, innovation, some case studies, and indigenous technologies available in different sectors. So, to become an entrepreneur, I will not make it very lengthy. To become an entrepreneur, innovation must be there. Without innovation, there will not be any entrepreneurship. Then organization. Organization means this meeting is organizing by different sector of people. Without students, this meeting cannot happen. Without the approval of these authorities, this meeting cannot happen. Without the addition or help of this technical person, we get trouble, right? So organization among your team, that is very important. Then the decision making, quick decision making is very much important. You can remember during COVID, everybody becomes the entrepreneur and everybody is creating different ideas. Kisumane haldi banaise, kisumane mask banaise, somebody is preparing some PP kit, right? We all are doing, but before COVID, we have not done this. Even, I'm telling you, during those days, we were used to with webinars. Everybody was sitting with the computer and we were talking with each other, right? So before that, we have not used that platform, but Google Meet was already there, right? Now also it is available, but before COVID also, Google Meet was there, but we were not using that. Only Google Gmail was used by us. Both are free, right? So how we can utilize those things that you have to make decision. Then the risk bearer. Time is very expensive. Money is expensive. How? You are studying here. No, you are investing a lot. You are giving your time, you are investing your money. How you are getting return of that time and investment. That is very much important. So I am not asking you to do something wrong, but you have a blessed brain. How you can use that is very much important. And most importantly, the vision. Where you want to see yourself after 15 years or after 10 years, that matters. Long-term vision is very much important in everywhere. Short-term, cut short, it is very dangerous. So as I said that innovation must be there, process innovation can be there, then product innovation can be there, then business model innovation. Simple example that I gave, the process innovation, these bulbs, those are the product innovation, but if we say about the process innovation, then what we can say about this milk example. Earlier, we used to have raw milk in our doorstep, right? Later on, we are having this Tetra Pak milk. We can store it for 6 months, 1 year maybe. Right, but that raw milk, we have to boil it, otherwise it will spoil. That is the innovation in that product. And this business model innovation. Business model innovation means earlier we used to go to hospitals to give our samples, blood samples. Now we can call a technician, he will take our blood, then he will give us the result. That is the service innovation. So you can also see what type of innovative idea you are having in your mind, and always remember, you don't have to think what is required in USA. You think what is required in your home, what is required in your surroundings. Atma Vishwas, Atma Nirbhar, we can make Atma Vishwas or Atma Nirbhar Assam, like that way. So I like to give you some examples. These are screen printing of these different slides. As you all are students, it is told us that students' interactive session should be there. So somebody, have you visited this? Have you visited this website before? Sri Chitra? This is in Trivandrum. No, na? Just visit this website. Lots of technologies, means every month they are developing new technologies, and it is available in their website. They are making transfer of these technologies, and during COVID they have means this PP kit, then PCR machine, UV detectors, all those new inventions which is actually required during the COVID, they have developed. Visit this website. Have you visited CSR websites? CSR? We have CSR lab at Jorhat, no? Right? So, do you know there are lots of technologies that also can be taken up by somebody and can start any entrepreneurial venture? Means two type of entrepreneurial venture we can do. One is our own research work, something new findings. We can start our own business, but we all are researcher. If we are researcher, we may not be very good businessmen. That's why the team is very much important. Okay? So, if you don't have any own research findings, then you can take some technologies or something which is available in different CSR laboratories, maybe in Sri Citra, maybe in NRDC. I am coming to other organizations where technologies are available. You can see what type of technologies are available, and accordingly you can design your research ideas. Okay? So if you see, in this technology section, there are numbers of technology, and accordingly you can design your research ideas, what I said. This is from CSR Jorhat. These are the technologies which is available. From green processing technology, bioremediation. Bioremediation, I think it is required in your course. Is it required? No? MSc, BSc students? Some chapters should be there. It is there, no? Bioremediation, then propagation, then value addition of products. All these, just click there, read what type of work is actually happening. Accordingly, after your MSc or in your BSc also, you can design some projects similar to that, so that you will get the references also. These are different healthcare products and other products are available. Technology is available. If somebody wants to take, they can take the technology and they can start their business with those established technology. First one, you might be knowing about anti-arthritis. Some advertisements are also coming in our local channels, right? All these are CSR products, CSR Jorhat products. There are numbers of CSR laboratories in each state, and we are blessed that we are having this CSR laboratory there in Jorhat. These are also natural dye. There are lots of natural dyes are also available in your home, even your garden. There are lots of dyes, lots of flowers are there, which is giving different colors. Do you know that saffron is cultivating here in where saffron cultivation is going on? Do you know saffron? Kashmir. Do you know saffron is growing here in northeastern place also? No, no? Visit the website of DST, Department of Science and Technology, Department of Science and Technology. There is another organization which is Nectar. Have you heard the name? Just write down that name. Visit the website. Nectar, do you know? Northeast Center for Technology and Reach. That is also a DST organization. And with their initiative, they are cultivating saffron in Arunachal Pradesh. The yield is very good also. So, we always say that saffron is growing in Kashmir, but no, we should say now that saffron is growing here in Assam. Maybe after Arunachal, it may come to Assam also. Trial is going on in Meghalaya also. So Komal mix, this is also available in CSR Jorhat. Mushroom cultivation, do you have any mushroom cultivation laboratory? Here? No, no? Okay, so mushroom cultivation, that you may think it is a livelihood projects or all the villagers can do. You as a biotechnology student or microbiology student or a student from scientific background, you can do some fortification in those mushrooms. We are having one entrepreneur who is developing the vitamin D fortified mushroom, selenium fortified mushroom. The reason is also required. Vitamin D is required for our health, no? Otherwise, we are taking these vitamin D tablets weekly, right? For pregnant lady, the selenium, iron, those things are required. If we can do the fortification of selenium or iron in our foods, that means we don't have to take the tablets. As Singh sir is saying, means we must have to go back to Ayurveda. These are spirulina. Spirulina, do you know spirulina? algae? Algae jana? Drainot je hoi thake jana? Gutekhon green hoi thake jana? Right? Hane? So this is a very good algae which also can be grown here. Spirulina, very rich in protein, and that can be cultivated very easily. I am saying that could be cultivated very easily because the example is our drains, right? So if, as with your scientific knowledge, if you can do addition, deletion of some parameters, definitely you can grow those spirulina also here. This is a photographs of this institute. This is an institute from Kerala. They are giving the training also. I am taking these snaps so that you can visit those websites and you can see how those people are doing. There are different preparation of organic pesticides. Those institutes are doing. Pesticides, they are making it from garlic and chili. Yesterday I was there in a meeting of Nectar in Shillong. Japanese delegates are coming there. They have proven established theories that if we can have the green tea with orange, we can fight against obesity. Okay, so there are different research are going on, and they are taking all those knowledge from our Ayurveda. And after that, they are submitting patent also. But everybody is knowing their effects, right? We know it is having good effects, but still we can't establish it. We are not doing research on that line. So with your PhD work, with your BSc projects, if your in your MSc projects, if you can do that type of research, that will be also very good. This is NRDC, National Research Development Corporation. Lots of technologies are available there. You can see. Okay, what NRDC is doing, NRDC is tying up with different colleges or universities. They are taking the technology and they are doing the marketing of those technology, because you as a researcher may not have that idea how to do the commercialization of a particular research work. So NRDC, it is a government organization under science and technology, so they are doing that job. Have you heard about NIF, National Innovation Foundation, NIF? Do you know? Somebody, anybody? Raise your hand. No. NIF office, Northeastern office is also here in Guwahati. That information also I am sharing. That office is there in IIT Guwahati, okay? So NRDC, NIF, what they are doing, they are scouting the technology. There's lots of maybe farmer or villagers who is not having any knowledge how to do patent, but they have developed some technology. So they are scouting the technology and they are filing their patent, and they are giving a platform to those people. And this is also a Government of India organization, which is established in the northeastern part in Guwahati so that they can serve us. But some people or northeastern people should know now. I have the information, that's why I'm sharing. These are some technologies scouted by NRDC, NIF, National Innovation Foundation. These are some drying technology which is actually required in the Arunachal Pradesh. These are technology for preparing some. Our team is rural technology or local technology, right? So all these are local technology which is developed here in India, and that can be used by anybody. These are instance stick preparation machine. This person has developed this machine, and these are some tub preparation machine which can be prepared from cow dung and also from mud and some permutation combination of different straw and other raw materials they are using, and they are preparing this type of tub. This is also another medicine which is prepared in NIF. We recently visited Global Bio India, where that is a platform where we can see new technologies which is developed by researchers like you. This first one you can see, this is a blanket to carry baby, very small baby. So here they are developing some chemicals which is giving some warm cloth. Some chemicals they are attaching it with those blanket, and it keeps its temperature. the baby will not feel very cold. These are some. The second one I like to say, somebody is there from microbiology background? Microbiology? No? Biotechnology? No. What is your background? 1%, 2% says? Physics, chemistry match. Okay, fine. So, for this, extraction part chemistry people can do. These are the bacterial culture. Bacterial culture, we always say about natural resources, we can extract these chemicals from from our bioresources, from plants, right? We can extract the color from these bacterial cultures. These are the cloths which is colored from those bacterial dyes, where the biological people actually need your help. And to do this type of research, Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council is giving grant also. Do you make the difference, could you make the difference in between grant and loan?